There are three things, three ingredients, a succession, if you will, of three stages that we see repeated in history over and over again. And in every situation, those three successive events always lead to the exact same result: national calamity. Stage 1, the corruption of religious leaders, which produces a corrupt church. Stage 2, the corrupt church expands its influence by numbers, and it expands numbers by false conversions, and the false converts naturally produce tyrannical government. Stage 3, which is the final stage, the corrupt church works in harmony with the corrupt civil government to ultimately remove Christ and his influence from society.
Each of these ingredients are present today in the United States of America. Each of these ingredients were present in the nation of Israel approximately 200 years before Christ in the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, when religious freedom was stripped away completely, the faithful remnant of Jews severely persecuted, the house of God desecrated, and the nation left in shambles. Author Jim Nelson Black, in his book When Nations Die, writes, "Any nation that turns away from its founding principles and repudiates the values upon which it was founded is destined for the ash heap of history." Over 200 years ago, founding principles for the United States based on the laws of God revealed in Scripture were laid out as a roadmap for national success. These principles have been repudiated. Over 200 years before Antiochus Epiphanes stripped religious freedom from the Jews, the founding principles for Israel, based on the laws of God revealed in Scripture, that were laid out by Ezra as a roadmap for national success, these principles were repudiated. The state of Israel and the surrounding events in the time of Antiochus Epiphanes were prophesied about in Daniel 11:21-35, specifically because they foreshadowed events that would take place in the last days in the time of the Antichrist. There's an almost eerie similarity to what is happening today in our country as what happened in Israel back then. What happens here in our time is not in and of itself direct fulfillment of last days prophecy, but it is at the very least an indirect signifier that we are approaching the last days for our country. Without a tremendous display of faith and courage, we are already dead.